So tempted to escape, but I have to. It's not the choice I make, but it's the choice I deserve. Hello and good evening everyone, and welcome to this Stanley Parable. Now, this infamous game, which I'm sure you've all heard of, is something that I just bought recently during a Steam sale, and I've been super excited to play it. I've played the original, the Half-Life mod, but I never got my hands on this one, the new release, and I'm super excited to play it. I most likely know the story already, but I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. Let's get to this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
My god, this game is gold. Game's awesome. Oh, so I like how it took him an hour to realize that he hadn't gotten a single command. He was just like, huh. But let's go. It's... okay. Oh, it's almost lunchtime.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go, but I want to explore first.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, right. I hate Mondays, yep. What? Can I do something about you? Oh. Oh. Nothing. Okay. Keep going. Whoa. Awfully bright it is outside today, huh? No one. It is kind of eerie a bit if you just look around an office and it's completely empty. Someone was playing solitaire, and we're not working there. Can't fool me. Username access. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Weekly edition. Huh.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, I get it. But I want to explore. They all have the same mug. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, obviously, this is the big choice of the Stanley Parable game. Where do we go? I obviously want to yes, English, thank you. I want to explore all of the options, but I think we should start with following what he says. Let's just be the good Stanley employee that we are and go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Probably should. Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. It's a very specific position to be on. The whiteboard manager. Rip Franz. Meeting room. We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Pranken floors meeting. Oh, great. Pre-review of weekly review. Office party on Friday at 4. Wow, really? Okay. Employee gym. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. It sounds like what I do in school all the time. Funding. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Okay. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic of blurred. Okay. What are your dreams for the future? Success. Plan life. Football. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. How to solve a dispute. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Let it boil up inside you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic, checks, in the header and throw some bevel and all the text. To be doing a good job so far. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Except all of those look the same, just with different colors. Number of slides on the slide. Okay. A very important slide. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Jesus. Please, no more slides. Okay. What is hot? Profits. What do people want? Money. More money. Things to buy money with. I mean, that sounds about right. Alright. The broom closet. Is he there? Ow. Thank you, door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Alright. He's not... Where'd he go?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Wait. Do I feel someone tempting me to stay in here?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Well, now I'm gonna have to stay in here. I mean, let's be honest.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I mean, it's pretty nice in here. I mean, that pipe is a bit leaky, I've got to admit. And the walls could definitely use a paint job.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Oh,
I never would have thought to mention it.
I beg to differ, because since we've had so much dialogue in here, I'm definitely staying here.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I'm certain they will. Yoda, did you get the...
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, now...
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
What? Tell me.
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
God.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Nope.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All of a sudden, I feel extremely unfit to play this game. I am not worthy. I do not possess the full comprehension of narrative tropes in order to be able to fully appreciate the brilliantness of the broom closet. But let's go. Dead or not.
Second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You are yes. I'm not even gonna insult you. You're not worth my time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've all the one in the world right now to go downstairs, but I said we're following, so we're following. Let's go. Oh, fancy wallpapers you have here. But really crappy chairs. Can look a bit moldy too, and I can't close the door. You have the executive bathroom. That must be an amazing place where all the important decisions happen. Whoa.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
God damn it, I wish I would have known. Now I really want to know what secret there is. Crap. And there must be a way. Oh, wait.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I know, right? It's so upsetting. I mean, I wish I could tell him some way. But it's just no way.
2845.
Well, I mean, let me just try something. Sadly, doesn't work. Yeah, I know what to do.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
This game is awesome. This game is amazing. Oh, what is this? A secret passage? Could it be that my boss has been hiding the truth from me all along? Let's push on. Red, an obvious button, must be pressed. Loading?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Oh.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Let's go. See the answer to the question.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So tempted to escape, but I have to. It's not the choice I make, but it's the choice I deserve. Go. There wasn't any way I could turn on the lights. But wait.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Jesus.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. Do I? Wow, this is actually kind of creepy how there's just darkness at the bottom of the room. I love these super well-defined workspaces. Just like a desk with one giant button. Yo, I wonder what that person did.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Except for that one with the code. I like the ladder. Just someone modern. Oh, this one. Error. Okay. Go. Yet another clearly defined workspace. Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
Right.
He couldn't accept it. His own
Pirate.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
God. Questioning my existence right now.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
That's right. I, Stanley, will be the redeemer of all the unjustly underpaid people of this facility. It's time to shut them down. Goodbye. Oh? Oh?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I like how this opened into this beautiful countryside, and we're just in this huge facility building, like in the middle of nowhere, with this teeny tiny parking place. But let's go. We freed Stanley. We did it, guys. Did it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
That's a really cool ending. Beat the game. Yep, there we go. That's the first one. Okay. Wow. Like I said, this game is awesome. I'm gonna end it here, and we're gonna tackle the other endings in another episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check back in for more, and I'll make sure to deliver more. But for now, I wish you a beautiful evening. Goodbye.